Adam, just some comments on the round today. 9 under through 36. You're in pretty good shape after 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's a good start. I mean, yesterday, I think we, in the afternoon, had the toughest conditions, and 3 under was a pretty good score, especially when there was a lot of low numbers already posted before I teed off. So I clawed my way around yesterday and nearly really got it going today. And, generally playing pretty solid. So I'm sure I'll be quite a few back starting the weekend, but my game is in a good spot, and I think I can play well on the weekend and make up the ground.
Heard you talking about your driving and changing the angle of attack and so forth. How long did that process take? Because you've always been a good driver of the golf ball. And how long did it take to really kind of figure that out and then program your swing to do that? Yes.
Well, I made a conscious effort after the US Open when I started practicing a week or so after the US Open to change that, because although my play is okay generally, I think a couple of errant drives a day was costing me the chance of shooting rounds like today, or even the good rounds I played at the Open at St Andrews. So, just bringing the ball a little more under control. It's funny because I don't feel like I've sacrificed any distance, even though we all think you've got to launch it high to hit it far, but it's helpful when you play St Andrews to do that because it runs if you...
Right.
So I didn't feel like I was sacrificing too much, but I've certainly hit more fairways and feel like I'm going to.
So confidence is growing in that regard.
Yeah, absolutely. Yesterday was for sure the best I've driven it for a couple of years, maybe, and that felt good, and I drove it well again today.
Adam, remind me, was it the U.S. Open where you didn't use a driver? Definitely a tournament you didn't have it. You didn't even have it in the bag, right?
It was Bay Hill. The first day at Bay Hill, I didn't take a driver out. I had a 2-wood. Yeah.
Was that the low point?
No, I actually just thought, that the course setup really needed you to hit a fairway, and I thought my best chance was with a 2-wood that week.
The way you're driving it now, if it was Bay Hill, would you have a driver in the bag?
I probably would. I only did it for one day. I actually put the driver in the next day. I had a worse score, but I drove it well, I thought, that next day. I didn't hit the 2-wood particularly well, and I had a good score. But it never got to the point where I just was completely not confident. I just, a slight technical thing, and
were you missing it one way or the other?
No.
Just tightening it up, isn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. Like, I just lost the bit. But, when you're trying to play everything at the top edge and everything's on a knife's edge, we're playing right on the limits of spin and control and distance and everything. It doesn't take much for it to slip off, and I think just the technique wasn't giving me enough margin with the driver, and I don't think I've played badly at all, to be honest. I generally play consistently okay, but that kind of sucks on the tour.
Adam, right now, T2, but the other 2 guys up there, both rookies, Young and Scala. It feels like, in some ways, I'm sure that wasn't you all that long ago. I wonder, do you think your experience may play out over the weekend, and what do you think about just sort of how they've been hitting the ball, not just this weekend or so far this week, but this season?
Well, I know Cameron Young's up there. I don't know who else is up there, but he's having one of the best rookie seasons I can think of. He hasn't won a tournament yet, but obviously he's very confident and he's a great young player. Experience is one of the few things I for sure have going for me every week out here, so I should use that to my advantage. And if I do find myself in a position over the weekend that I'm in contention coming down the stretch, I certainly feel like I may have an edge. You know, I've been in that position a lot, and I feel comfortable there, and I hope to be in that spot.
Does it feel like a long time since you've won?
A little bit. You know, I think certainly for me, like the last couple of years have been a bit of a blur. There's been a lot going on, I guess, for everyone with COVID, but the travel and the international travel and everything, and also, you know, we've had another young kid. The last couple of years has been a bit of a blur to me. Don't know if it feels long or just a wash, but you know, it was a year ago next week that I was in that playoff at Wyndham and had the putt to win. You know, I'd love to get back in that position over this weekend, and I think generally everything has settled down for me, and my game and everything is moving in a good direction. So if it's not this week, you know, it'd be a good goal to try and win an event by the end of this season.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
Have you